If there is one silver lining to all of this shutdown and blockades that we've seen that have been grinding our country and perhaps our economy to a halt, with all these protests allegedly about Wet'suwet'en First Nations opposing Coastal Link BC project, which they don't, which the stats show that actually the vast majority of them supported. If there is one silver lining to it, it is that we're seeing this growing chorus of pro-development, pro-growth First Nations voices out there. And it's really a fantastic thing to see. And it should be an opportunity for all Canadians, I think, regardless of political stripe, to get behind these people. Because I think most people in the country agree that these stories that we've seen over the years, over the decades of First Nations hardships and problems and communities and reserves, they're really upsetting things to see. Nobody wants their fellow countrymen to not be doing well. And it is a shame that in a country as developed as in Canada, there are some communities, some First Nations communities that persist in third world conditions. Where we diverge is, of course, the solution to all of it. Is it that we need to go back and deal with sovereignty issues and what are settler colonialism, this stuff people hashtag about? Do we need to do that sort of existential, academic, progressive conversation? Do we need just more government? More money, pardon me, from the government. Again and again, more money, more money. Or do we need things like less government? Do we need more development? Do we need to completely overhaul the Indian Act? You get my point. There's a whole bunch of different perspectives on what to do and how to move forward. Sometimes I think when we talk about this, though, it's always people looking from the outside, looking in. People who are not in those communities kind of saying this is how we should solve the problems in these communities. What we're hearing now, more than ever, though, is First Nations people themselves, leaders on the ground in their communities saying, this is what we want. We want development. We want growth. So many interesting things that have surfaced in the past few days, this past week, when Canada's been grinding to a halt. The Fort McKay Métis Nation, they are threatening the federal government with a lawsuit if a project doesn't go ahead. They're referring to the Frontier Tech Mine project. If you reject that project, we'll sue you. Wow, we're used to almost hearing the other way around. In fact, you just skim that story in that sentence, you know, oh, they're going to sue if it goes ahead. No, it's the complete opposite. One BC activist in the Wet'suwet'en community, she's now filing a complaint with the United Nations. Oh, what is she complaining about? Probably that Canada's failing to live up to its commitments with some UN Indigenous declaration. No, the exact opposite. She's complaining that the UN Indigenous Office is saying, we stand with the Wet'suwet'en people against the Coastal Link project. She's going, what are you talking about? We're in support of this. Stop misrepresenting us. Stop lying about our views. More and more people coming forward, more and more powerful voices taking a stand and saying, this is what we want for our own communities. And growing the pot, growing prosperity, growing all of the resources that are at their disposal. That's going to be the way for everybody, I think, regardless of political background, to say, yes, let's help our First Nations prosper and thrive. It's a truly remarkable thing to see, and I hope at the end of this messy escapade, I hope that we take that lesson away and that we take the ball and really run with it.